What's your highest GMV generated in a month?
25K.
How do you pick a product you're going to make multiple variations of?
It's all in the analytics. Like if I post it and it starts catching and people are commenting, then I know to do another video.
So you follow the analytics.
The numbers don't lie. When you pin that product, when the sales happened, if this item popped off for me later in the live, my next live with this item on.
All right. Welcome to the Affiliate Academy HQ, a podcast that uncovers the story and strategies from the top 1% of TikTok Shop affiliates. I have a very, very special guest today, Faith Howard. How you doing, Faith?
Hi. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
You got it. I love the background. Styled by Faith Howard. Looking nice. It's like so many things to look at. It's popping out there.
Oh yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
I love it. So I take it you specialize in clothes?
Yes, that is all I do.
All
That
you
is
do.
all I
Okay.
do.
Very good. Very good. Okay. So always like to start out with a little bit of background on yourself. What were you doing, before TikTok Shop? Maybe how you stumbled upon it. But yeah, give us a little where you calling from, all that good stuff.
Hi, y'all. So my name is Faith. I am a mom. I am a wife, and basically the 9 to 5 never worked for me, and so I had to find like my own avenue to make money for me and my kids. While I was a single mom, so basically I started my own business on Facebook where I
Mhm.
was selling women's shoes to fashion, held up to a camera, a lifestyle just like this. I put a number and a tag on it, my own price, everything, and I showed up on live just selling to women across the world. And that's where it started for me. And so moving over to TikTok Live was like, oh my gosh, there's a platform that specializes in basically what
Yeah.
I do.
You
And
found
that's
your calling.
yes, I was so excited.
Love it. Okay. So but you do videos as well, right? Not just lives, you do both?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. My
But you
videos were my yeah. Those are the ones that do very well for me.
okay.
So getting into the live part of it, it's definitely different than the book app. So it's like
Mhm.
transitioning on like the style, seeing your numbers in and out. And I love the back end of TikTok Shop, like
Mhm.
while you're live, like that is amazing. You
Got it.
didn't have that over on Facebook, so you're just kind of like guessing what
Yeah.
people weren't
Okay.
engaged or anything.
So you had kind of like a command center, if you will, for your lives of like understanding like who your viewers are and all
Oh
that
yeah.
on TikTok
Oh
Shop.
yeah, it's so detailed. But yeah, my videos do very, very well. And it's got me seen and a lot of opportunities. So yeah.
I love it. I love it. Okay, cool. And so okay, so you mentioned, the 9 to 5 job wasn't really for you, but like what were you doing maybe a little bit before you found TikTok Shop? And like what did your like days look like, or like what were you
I did
doing
that.
prior?
I was doing Facebook lives over
Okay,
there.
right.
Yeah, I have if you go to my account on Facebook, you'll see Styles by Faith.
Okay, cool. And then how did you stumble upon TikTok Shop?
I grew an account and then I was hearing people talk about it and
Hmm.
I thought it would be something I could be successful in. I love sales.
Yeah. So how long ago was this, would you say, the TikTok Shop?
I started I started in July, but then I cracked down in August.
Okay, so not that long ago.
No.
Very, very young. Okay, very cool. And then was your first soiree into lives, or was it into making videos?
Videos, because
Okay.
I love making videos. I love how I can control and manipulate the I
Yeah,
love
no,
doing
for
that.
sure. Yeah.
Lives you can't, you kinda just get what you see.
Okay.
But yeah, that's where I thrived at first was
Yeah.
the videos. So then
Yeah,
I
you
was
could
like, I think I got that under control. Now let me go back over to lives because 'cause I'm like, "Okay, now I gotta show my face," you know?
yeah, I mean, it sounds like
Um,
it's your calling as well, right? You enjoy lives a little bit more. It's like more interactive, and you were doing it before, so
yeah,
yeah, that's
I
good.
really
And you call it manipulating, but it's also another way of looking at it is just like taking the data and improving on it, right? It's not necessarily manipulating. You're just kind of looking at what works and
yeah,
doing, what works. So,
that's true.
okay, so you started on kind of making videos. What was that first product that you were like, whoa, what is this? Like, how I'm making this many views or this much money off this? Like, what? Take me back to that, like
Okay,
that
so
first
at
video.
at first, I felt like I was literally just like okay, I'm doing a TikTok shop thing. I'm ordering all of the things. My husband's like, what is coming? Like
Mhm.
packages are coming in and out of our house.
Yep.
He's like constantly getting up and opening the door. He's like, what is going on? I'm like, okay, I'm starting this thing. I
Yep.
don't know where it's gonna lead me, but we're gonna go ahead and take a chance. He's like, okay. And I ordered my sign. He was like, you are going for it. Okay. So
Yes.
basically I ordered, I think Snowy Inserts. They reached out to me and I was like, I don't want to show my, that on here.
Stuff.
Like, I
Yeah.
don't know. And they're like, you don't have to. Like, just show her, just try it. Okay. I was like, okay, fine. So I
Mhm.
sat down when I put my kids to bed, turned on the light, and so I took them out of the box. It was like these really thick, sticky bra things, and I was like,
Mhm.
"Okay." I'm talking about very sticky. I was like, "This is gonna hurt coming off."
Okay.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. So I like put it on and I was instantly like, oh my gosh, like people have to see this. So I
Yeah.
was giggling and laughing and it was like a very carefree, like open video. Like just look at what it did. Like I know you
Y
see my
Yeah.
hang time compared to the other side. And that's when it blew off for me. And actually it didn't, I want to say it wasn't until like September until that one like popped off for me. So it wasn't instant. Everything here
Okay.
it hasn't been like instant for me. It's been like, oh, like y'all really like that, and it'll start growing and growing like months later for me.
Okay, so you made the video early, like August, let's say,
Yes,
or and then it was living in the atmosphere in TikTok for a couple
I
months,
forgot
and
all
then
about it. Yeah.
only recently did it like pop off, like you say,
Oh
and
yeah,
then
it
you were
popped
excited
off.
about it.
It
Okay.
it popped off. Snowy reached out to me. They were like, "Hey, can you be one of our affiliates?
Yep.
One, and also can we put you in our marketing guide on how to market our product?" So
Yep.
I'm yeah. Oh yeah.
Love it. And Snowy, just for the people who aren't aware, it's the kind of breast insert for women, right? To kind of act like a
Yes,
bra,
to give
right?
you like
Okay.
a lift, a little perkier look to you.
Yeah.
It provides you the confidence that you need to wear in certain outfits that you can't, basically.
Yeah. Love it. Okay, so that's when you saw that and you're like, "Well, how many views did you get on like that maybe the first day or maybe the first day that you saw it climbing? Like what was that? When bring me back to that day where
I
you're
was
like,
I
"Oh,
was
whoa."
discouraged. Like, I mean, I
Oh, okay.
really wasn't knowing like what I was looking for. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, I was just kind of like throwing stuff out there and then just whatever stuck. And then it stuck and then it stuck so well. I feel like I cannot get that video down to a T now. Like the
Mm.
way that I want to do it now. Like I figure I
If you were to recreate it, you
yeah, it just
couldn't.
doesn't stick the way that it does. And I don't know why, but um
Yeah. What are some of the things that you like about it? Like what are the things that you're like, "Man, I wish I could recreate that." Like,
I guess the first initial reaction. Like that's
okay, you
that's
can't authenticate that or like you can't reimagine that. It's like
you
you got to
can't. You really can't.
there's only
And
one first time, right?
yeah, and I was just like, "Oh my gosh, this would make a great gift. Like, look at what I can
Mhm.
wear." And people actually wanted like to buy the dress that I was wearing with the thing, but I was like, "I can't link that in here, y'all. Like, this is their video." Um,
Yeah.
but yeah. So that is when it popped off for me. It was really low views at first, and I
Yeah.
actually forgot about it.
Mhm.
And then months later, it started popping off, and I kept seeing like notifications of like you got a sale. And actually, to this
Mhm.
day, out of all of my clothing, they're my number one seller.
Of course, yeah, yeah, then they hold a special place. One thing
Yeah.
I've learned also in the, when because I deal with the brand side of things, and that's one thing I try to teach them. It's like, okay, we're getting all these videos made. It's like to the tunes of like hundreds and hundreds of videos, and sometimes things don't pop off, right? But inevitably, there's going to be a time in the future where a video that we created a couple months back will pop off, and it's so weird. It's just like the TikTok's algorithm kind of keeps it keeps those videos in the chamber, and we'll kind of shoot them off like later on. So it's crazy how it works.
Yeah.
And you see that with you. So what other products? So you have was Snowy. Are there any other ones that you're kind of namely saw
Yeah,
success
so
in?
these asymmetrical tops, those are popping off for me right now. Basically, it's just
Okay.
like a long sleeve, but it's made to be off the shoulder
Okay.
or
Yeah.
it stays in place so it doesn't move. I sell those crazy. I've sold a lot of the pearl jean jackets behind me right here.
Very
I
cool.
sold those out of the water. Those and this trench coat that's hitting right now for me. It's
Right.
like slowly like which I didn't think was possible, but it's slowly picking up. But Snowy will always remain, I think, number one. I sell at least a lot of those. Oh, and a lot of perfume.
Got it. So
And I just
clothing, perfume,
yeah,
Snowy. Nice,
yeah.
nice. So with Snowy, what are some things like what are some relationship building characteristics that you have with them, right? Because every brand that I work with wants to find an affiliate like you, right? A brand affiliate that's super enthusiastic, and every affiliate like you wants to find a great brand to work with who will support them, etc. But like, what are some unique things about their relationships or how they communicate to you that really like you really love and are glad to be a part of their program?
So it hasn't been as personal.
Okay.
It was in the beginning. However, I started like steering away because I didn't just want to make like a bunch of snowy
Right.
insert on my page. But I mean, they do provide you like support with your videos, so they will boost your videos out.
Okay.
They'll keep me in touch with like all the campaigns and things that they're running. They'll
Hmm.
like my videos, they follow me, they'll reach out every now and then. I am in their community
Hmm.
here,
Where's
uh,
that at?
The Discord.
Okay.
I'm in,
Very cool.
and they ran that big campaign with a lot of
Support.
yeah, it was a lot of
Yeah.
support. And
Yeah.
the more and the thing I liked about it is because, like, the more that you made the videos, the more they were willing to, like, put in for you. But at the time,
Hmm.
I was like, I was really dabbling into clothes, and I was getting a lot of clothes into my house, and
Yeah.
so I couldn't let that be the bulk of my profile.
Yeah. So I don't know. A piece of advice that I have for you is other affiliates that I've spoken with, they have multiple accounts. I don't know if you have multiple accounts, but they essentially have one for a brand or a category that they like to do. And then they have another one for, testing categories or testing, styles that work. So I don't know if you have multiple accounts, but that might be something to think about.
Yeah, I wanted to, I really want
Hmm.
to, but it's like, I don't know the strategy I'm gonna use just yet.
Well,
I'm
we
just
can holler at me afterwards. We can set you up with something.
okay.
So there are ways of doing it. So yeah, we'll definitely kind of get you going on that. So, awesome, awesome. Okay, so those are kind of some highs and highs of yours. You're rolling really well. What are some like lows? Right, inevitably you're gonna see some lows, low views, like a week where it's just no sales or minimum sales. You're like, man, is this really cut out for me? Like, take me back to those moments that you've had, or if you've had any, and like, how did it feel? And then also like, how'd you get out of it?
Okay, so we had the hurricane here, like, it was
Yeah.
unexpected. The hurricane
Oh, yeah, that was 2 months
yeah,
ago now? Yep.
like a month ago, it was something like that. Yeah, the hurricane hit, and, like, South Carolina, like, we didn't really hear much about it, like, it was just kinda like Georgia,
Mhm,
and then we got hit with it. And
mhm,
so I was kinda like, "Oh my god," like, I still have like, we were out of power, we're out of
mhm.
water for, like, 14 days.
Oh my
And so
gosh,
it's kinda
okay.
like and it was hot, like, oh my gosh, humid, hot,
Uh-huh.
and, like, filming content, like, I just couldn't get and then I'm a mom, I'm a wife,
Yeah,
so
you're juggling.
getting trying to survive and then also, like, seeing, like, my views and stuff go down and
Yeah,
my numbers go down is so depressing. So my
yeah.
okay, let's go to Hilton Head. Like, let's just go to Hilton Head. I brought some things with me, but it's I don't know, it was just like I wasn't in my creative space.
Yeah, of course. You can't
It was
replicate that background anywhere.
yes, I was like, it's just something when I turn the light on in this room, you know?
Mhm.
Um,
Okay.
but my views started tanking and my husband's like, just get back in there, just get back in there. I was like, I don't
Yeah.
know if I can recover. He's like, you can.
Easier
Like,
said than done.
why can you not? And I was like, you're right. So we came back home, like came back on, thank God.
Okay.
And turned the light on, and then I started just like pumping out content, just
Yeah,
pumping it and pumping it and showing my face, showing up in my story, showing up in lives. I
yeah,
wasn't going hard then in lives, but now as I'm doing now, but just showing up again and letting people
yeah.
know, answering the comments,
Yeah,
filtering.
getting more involved.
Yeah, and the
It
negative mindset. But the videos, absolutely. Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
So that I mean, that's great. One thing I take from that is, like, it's really an eye opener for you, right? You had it so great before, and then all of a sudden this natural disaster comes around, and then it's like, wait a minute, I had it really good. Let me not squander this opportunity and just go extra hard on it. So it's like a wake up call, if you will. So you're
Yeah.
taking full advantage of that. I love it. So
Mhm.
cool. Like, so you just went hard because you just saw that, it was taken from you for a little bit, right? And it wasn't comfortable for you. You weren't doing
Yeah, that's
it.
almost like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then you're like, "Wait a minute, if I get this back, when I get this back, or, I'm gonna go hard." So it's kind of a yeah,
It's kinda like you get what you put into it, you know?
yeah, for sure. I
Yeah.
love that. Okay, cool. And then, going forward, you probably have that same mentality, like, I have this opportunity, like, I just have to go for it. Even if I have low views, I know it'll turn around. So very cool.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so walk me through well, I want to talk about your videos and your live strategy. Let's tackle videos first. Like, when you have a bunch of products to make videos for, what's your strategy, right? What's your preparation, script? How do you film, edit, etc.? So like, walk me through your video making process?
Okay, so one thing I learned, just to throw in there, when I first started, I was so excited. Like so many things coming in, coming to my house. I was like, oh my
Hmm.
God. I would open it all, and I would look, admire it. Now, if I don't film it, if I have not filmed it, it's going to stay in the bag. It's going to stay
Got
in the
it.
bag. I don't
Okay.
open it. But basically I open it up, turn the lights on, and I look at it as like, how would I wear this? How would I style it? I might
Uh,
also look at how it's doing on other people's accounts, like how is it successful, what are they doing, um yeah, and then I just kind of like put my spin on it. Like there
okay.
was one jacket, honestly, and I think it's gonna pop off for me soon, but um I don't know where it's at exactly, but I think it's downstairs. I wear all this stuff. But my
Of course.
husband, I was like, I did a video. Oh, and another thing, when I do one video, you got to keep doing them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
cause I feel like when I did like one or two videos, like they'll do good, but then like if I keep putting the effort into making better videos, then
Okay.
they got better. So my husband was like, I mean, I don't. This is the
So
first time.
if I may, Will, so if I may, you make one video and you like that product and you just keep on making more iterations of that same video or
Okay,
slight
so I
variations.
tweak it based on the views and the engagement that it's
Okay,
receiving.
so you look at the analytics on the back end, like how is that
Yeah.
doing? Okay, great. That's
Mhm.
perfect.
And
Yeah.
then if something is doing well in it, then I just try to replicate that again, kind of
Yeah.
like snowy inserts that I couldn't do, but
Yeah.
yeah, I tried to put my spin on it again, but then my husband was like, okay, so it was one video. It was this one that
Yep.
I had did one video and it did okay. And then when I actually like put like my attitude, because TikTok loves seeing like your attitude,
Hmm.
personality shine. If you're just like, oh, this is cute, you should follow it.
Yeah.
No one's gonna be like, okay, girl, scroll. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
like, if you put pizzazz in it, like, this is a statement piece. Like,
Yep.
you will turn heads. People are
Yep.
gonna ask you where you got this from. Like, that is what did it for me. And then when I was actually just like bold, I was like, if you're talking about me and what I'm wearing, then that means you're not doing enough.
Uh-huh.
And then that's when it popped off. And people were like, "What?" I was like, "I know, girl. I know."
Okay.
But that's when that one popped off for me. So basically, for me, is showing something catchy up front, a bold thing, kind of like to catch the eye first, or like, what did she say?
Like
Because
a
there was,
visual
yeah, or like just whatever comes up.
audio.
Yeah. So I had one jacket. I was like, this jacket makes me feel like I want to punch Cruella Deville in the face and take all of her Dalmatians. And people are
Okay.
like, what? I was like, I know.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, that's a foundational piece of a video, the visual and audio hook, right? How do you get them to stop the scroll? So I
Yeah,
love it.
you have to.
I love it. Okay, cool. So if I may recap, you don't open up your products until you're ready to make a video. Once you open it up, you kind of maybe soak it in a little bit. Like, how would I use it? Where would I go? What kind of feeling do I have? You kind of impromptu make a video.
Yeah, but I try to make the use of my time while it's coming to me, by researching as it's being shipped to me. You know what I'm saying? Because you have
Okay.
the
So
back end.
this product is coming to me. Let me see other videos that are happening. Let me just see the product reviews maybe.
Yep.
Okay,
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah.
And then how do you like of like the 100 products that you get, you say you make multiple videos of one product. Like, how do you pick the product that you're gonna make multiple variations of? Or is it all the product? You can't possibly make
Oh,
all those.
no.
Like,
Oh, no.
do they just call to you? Like,
Oh, no.
what's the factor?
It's all in there. Like, it's all in the analytics. Like, if I post it
Okay.
and it starts catching and people are commenting, then I know to do another video.
So you follow the analytics. That's amazing. I think I've had other affiliates refer to analytics, but this is kind of a unique point. It's like let's make a whole bunch, take a look at the analytics, and then of the ones that are popping, let me make more
Yeah,
videos
because
of it.
the numbers don't lie, and
Yeah. Okay. I
honestly,
love that.
like, if I do just, like, do a video, I'm like, "Okay, this is, like, a regular cardigan, like, I'll do it." And then people are like, "But I like that, it comes in multiple different colors." I'm like, "Okay, well, let me show you more." And then I may do another video with me showing, like, different colors of those, or how you can
Yeah.
wear them differently, or where you can wear them to, or just any different variations that I can get them to stay longer and watch. Like, when I know a product is doing well, I usually end up, like, requesting the sample, then I'll buy deep in that item.
Okay.
Like I have but yeah, I'll buy deep and stuff, and then I'll do
Okay.
different colors of like different videos, or I'll feature them all in one video. Like, oh my gosh, look at all these
Yeah.
things you could have, or all these
Okay.
colors I have. So yeah.
Love it. Love it. Yeah. I hope you don't mind. So, like, part of my kind of my goal here is to create a library of strategies for affiliates to kind of pick and choose what strategy works for them, right? Like,
Yeah.
that's one thing I want to do is compile, stories like yours into the affiliate academy that we have, and kind of hopefully give the new affiliates something to kind of latch onto, or strive for. So this is a perfect example, right? People might not know to look at analytics and figure out what works for them and make more videos. So
Yeah.
um, I love that. Okay, so what about any other hooks that you use? Like, what are some specific hooks that you use, both visual and
Visual
audio?
hooks, visual, audio, something crazy in the beginning, or
Yeah,
just like being bold in yourself. Like people love seeing you. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like what you have to say and what you have to offer. So
yeah.
being
What's an
bold.
example? What's
Yeah.
an example of a visual hook that you do?
Um, so I love on-screen text. I love doing that.
Yeah,
Visual, like the Cruella de Vil, where I was just telling them like what I would do. But
yeah,
then I was like, okay, but I really wouldn't. But you should get it.
right, yeah,
It's just I found it like the ones that pop off for me, and I feel like in this TikTok shop affiliate program, I feel like you're still learning. You know what I'm saying? Like there's
hmm
so something that worked for me last month may not work for me this month. But I found like when I'm
okay,
being bold in myself and out there and being um I don't know, just myself. I feel like people really gravitate towards that.
yeah,
But people definitely want to see like your style. They don't want you to be fake. You know, they don't want you to be like
hmm
too salesy. But that's all I know. It's like
cool.
buy
Let's
it.
go. Let's hop into like your live strategy, right? So we talked about videos and you're getting your products and how you prepare for that, but lives, right? So like, what's your live schedule? What does kind of lives look like for you starting a
Okay,
week?
so I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. Okay, so when I first started, I was going live like a little bit here and there. My
Mhm.
videos were popping off. I got reached out to by a couple of different companies. One wanted me to fly me out. It was in
Ooh,
California to do live streams for them for their company. I couldn't because of the just the time frame and
family.
stuff. Yeah, and I couldn't do that. And I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And then I actually have you heard of the company Wahoo?
No.
No? Okay. They are a really big company. Like they are absolutely killing it on here. They
Okay.
do like the manufacturing and a lot of lives you see with clothing. I'm kind of seeing the same items. They basically like hire the influencer, they pay them per hour.
Yeah.
And you get commissions and all these
Yep.
things. So at first I was like, this is something I could do, honestly, because
Yeah.
I was like, if God forbid this goes away,
hmm
I'm still going to have a means of doing something.
100%.
Yeah. So okay. So with that, they really put you in a box because you can't work
hmm
for other companies. You can't. I could even do this podcast. That's why you're like,
Mm,
"Oh, did you get my
yeah.
email? Did you get my email?"
Taking over your live life, I guess. Yeah, you
And
don't
then
want that.
I couldn't post on my account because they it's a lot. Okay, you get your
Oh, okay. So then, yeah, that's
yeah,
not a,
you're growing them. But the fact that I was like, you know what, these people, like, I mean, they would hit me up at different times of the day,
uh,
like, Faith, we need you to do a video on this, we need you to do that.
yeah.
And I was like, if you guys see that in me, and you are begging me to, then why can I not believe in
Doing
myself? You know what
yourself,
I'm saying?
100%.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So
So
that was an eye opener for you. Like, wait a minute, let me just go in on this.
yes. So my
Okay.
husband was like,
Perfect.
he's like, that's what I've been telling you the whole time. What are you doing over there? Go
hmm
back to your side. I was like, okay.
Okay.
So
When did
basically,
this happen? Sorry to interrupt. When did this happen to go?
recent, just recent.
Like
I
last
had
week? Oh,
I had
wow. Okay. So now you're transitioning from videos to live back to your original kind of calling prior to
I
TikTok.
had to let it go, and, like, it took, like, 3 or 4, like, higher up the chain, like, they did not want to let me go. They were like, "We
Okay.
don't understand why you wanna go," and I was just like, I can't be as creative over here like I
Yeah.
wanna be.
I feel like I'm in a box,
And I
like you
can't
said.
work with different brands, I can't do podcasts, I can't
Mm,
do anything.
yeah.
And it took them, like, seeing all of that in me, which is kinda sad because, like, usually we don't see ourselves as other people see us, you know? And
Yep.
it just sparked, and my husband's like, I was telling you that the whole time." So,
Yeah.
I
Bittersweet, like they brought you this far, but they can't take you any further, right? You have bigger things in store for yourself. So
yeah. So
cool.
that's with me going back on this account, doing what I'm
Yeah.
doing now. But what was your question? I'm sorry.
Like, how do you attack lives? Like, I know it's very new, but like so far, like what's your kind of strategy? How many
So
times do you
being
go?
over there with them, I knew a lot of the things, and I knew a lot of the things that they had to offer, but I
Mhm.
got taught a couple things. I say a
Yeah.
couple things on the back end. And with that, I just use what I learned So
100%.
yeah, and yeah, and I do
You
it
brought
back.
it to you.
And so basically, I whatever is working for me as far as like the item or an item popping off. And honestly, though, I didn't realize though, TikTok gives you a lot of support in the background. The
Mhm,
streaming while you're live, that
mhm,
it gives you so much insight to like your numbers, how many people have it in their cart, when did they dip off, on
mhm,
what item can you put back in the live that's gonna bring back your
mhm.
yeah, your
Mm,
views and all of the things. So yeah, like it's kind of like riding on the wave of that.
yeah,
And if you don't get on the wave, you gotta catch the next one. Um but yeah, so the item, if I look at my analytics from like my past live, which
okay,
item did the best for me, and then I'll start off with like the banger going hard. The energy has
yeah,
to be high
yeah.
for me, to make people
So
start.
if I may, so you have star products, right, in the back of your head that you want to do lives for, and you kind of set it up and you start off lives because you have to have that energy of the products, right? So you like those products, you start the lives featuring those products, and you look at the analytics where the drop offs are, where the peaks are, and you kind of double down, follow the analytics. How many hours do you do lives per week? Let's say
So now I'm doing like 4 or 5. No,
four or
I'm sorry,
five,
4 or 5 a day.
4 or 5 a day. Okay, cool. And
Yeah.
is it continuous 4 or 5, or do you block it
So
up?
I'm getting yes, 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 yes. So
Okay.
I was trying to figure out which time of day works better for my account as far as live streaming. So the day and
Okay.
the night seems to be doing good. But,
hmm
like, they will have me on there for hours, and I'm like, "Yo, I gotta go. I gotta go to
When you
bed."
say they, your audience.
Yes!
Got it.
I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna go," and then
Come
like,
back
"Okay, no."
tomorrow.
Yeah, they're like, "No, no, no, can you show number 34?" And I'm like, "Okay." I
Yeah.
mean, why not? Why am I not gonna show you number 34? It's right here on my
Uh-huh.
rack, you
Yeah.
know? Yeah.
Thing that I've also noticed, another affiliate I was talking with, she does like a morning show, if you will. So it's like the same, like what she was saying was the audience that she's built over time continues to appear day over day. And that initial audience is super important in TikTok's algorithm.
Yeah.
Where if you have, 50 already that know that they're going to be there, it's going to further show that live to the new people who are browsing TikTok, right? So
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. Like consistency, I guess, over time, right? If you're on 3 o'clock every day and there's people that expecting you to be on, they'll be on as well. And then that will tell TikTok to show that live. So maybe
Yeah.
the way that you're going to. So cool. How do you structure your lives? Is it kind of ad hoc? I know you follow the data like you said, but like any
So,
special tips you can give to a new live person?
how I structure it, basically so, um I mean, I feel like it is all in the analytics in the background. Like,
Okay.
yes, you can see on your phone, but like if you go on your computer, like there are so many resources in the background of like when you pin that product, when people shot up, when the sales happened, all of the things.
hmm
So I know that like if this item popped off for me later in the live, I know to start my live in the or my next live with this item on pinned. I'm ready to go.
Got it. Okay.
This is the
Cool.
size, all of the things. Yeah.
So we're gonna enter our rapid fire. That again, thanks. So many nuggets of information there. Visit affiliateacademyhq.com for access to kind of just all these different types of strategies. And yeah, thank you for sharing that. I know a lot of people will enjoy that. Up next, we have our rapid fire round. Well, I'm just gonna fire off some questions and then answer as best you can. But all right, number one is what's your highest GMV generated in a month?
25K.
Nice, nice. And then so of that, obviously a lot of commissions. What are like some cool things that you're able to buy yourself, or maybe you're saving it, but like what are some cool things that you're like, okay, I can get this now, or I got this because of that.
Um, I'm actually saving it. I'm saving it to
Smart.
like
Smart, something
I'm
bigger.
paying off debt. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I mean, that's a big thing, right? Debt, paying off debt. I know that the credit card bills are getting lower and lower, or credit card, balances are lower and
Like,
lower. That's
going back to, like, my husband, like, "What are we doing?"
yep,
Like, "What are we doing? Why are all these things?"
yep,
He was deployed for a minute, so he wanted, like, some big thing that came out, some big
yeah,
electronic that came out,
yeah.
and I surprised him, and I was like, "This is my TikTok
Oh.
money," and he was like, "Oh my god." So, that was
Okay, yeah, giving to other people is number
mhm.
1, it fills your heart, fills their heart, so, okay, awesome, I love that. So what's one piece of advice that you wish you had when you were first starting out?
In the beginning, it may seem scary. It's like your eyes are closed and you're like in the dark, like trying to feel your way around. But like if you just keep doing like the thing, like just uploading the videos, I feel like I didn't really start getting like the views and the sales until I hit like over 100 videos.
Oh, wow, okay, so that's one thing, it's like,
Yeah, and
people get distracted after 10 videos, and this is not for me, but you're
oh yeah,
saying,
I'm
"No,
not
do 100."
that's when I uploaded that snowy video. It was in the very beginning, and I was like, "Well, they said
Mhm.
keep posting, but I'm posting." And it wasn't until I
Yeah,
hit, like, over 100 is when I started getting, like, daily. Cause so
wow.
now I'm getting, like, daily revenue for my videos on top of daily revenue for my
Yeah,
lives. So,
existing,
yeah.
yeah. So, listen to that, people, it's if you're thinking 50 is gonna do it or 20 is gonna do it, that's not it,
No.
and, it's she Faith did 100, and she's reaping the
Yeah, I'm
benefits
about
now,
to hit
so stay with
200
it.
videos now. So, yes.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Okay, cool. With your success, inevitably there's going to be people that like ask you how you did it, or maybe you teaching people how to make videos or how to do lives. Like, how's that experience been? Have you done that, or have you taught anybody in your circle?
I've had maybe 1 or 2 people
Yeah.
and my messages asking, but, they don't show their faces or anything like that. They just
Okay,
ask,
so it's a
"How
little
are you
shy.
doing? What you doing?" Um, but I mean, I'm a very open book because I wanna know
Yeah.
how to get
So
started. I'm
if
like,
someone
"How are you
asks you, you'd be
doing?"
open to it. So
Yeah, I'm open.
What are some future plans? Like, you got success thus far. I know Q4, you're head down doing all that stuff. But like, what does 2025 hold for you?
Killing it on live stream and learning my products in and out effectively to be able to sell them, right?
Yep.
Okay, so like learning their size chart of each, how to size people on the
Okay.
live, telling
You
them
can talk about
exactly
it.
what items or products that they can buy in their size, making it more of like a personal experience, just like on the lives, shopping, but expanding. I would
Yeah.
love to be able to open my own studio, have people go live with the samples that are provided,
Yeah.
and just go live constantly and tweak
Got it.
how they do it, and I can help them. Like, I guess you could say like a live fashion coach kind of.
Studio. Yeah, I see. I can see that, and I know that there's a big market for that. As well. Like, especially we talked about earlier with that brand or that one company wanting to hire you full time and kind of keep you in a box. Like, there's hundreds of those, right? So if
Yeah.
you were to become, I envision this, right? Like, lives are so unique as well. Not everyone does lives. It's a unique individual, and if you can kind of create that studio and have some teaching behind it, and then become, helping people, make their dreams come true as well.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing. Yeah, I love that idea. I mean, reach out to me also if you need any, help on any of that. But yeah, that's a great idea, right? So I love
Yes.
that. You know, Faith, live TikTok shop, live studio. I can already see it now.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so that wraps it for today's episode. We're gonna link your TikTok to the show notes below.
Okay.
Reminder to everyone, kind of leave your reviews and what you think, and we have our free community at affiliateacademyhq.com to get the story of Faith and others and just how they're killing it. And so yeah, I think, thank you again for your time, Faith, today.
Oh,
You've been amazing. I love your story and strategies and your excitement around TikTok shop. It's been great, so thank
yes.
you.
Thank you.
All right, everyone, catch you later.
Bye.